decision during a workday.
Okay, I've met people for lunch at this place that Nuno and I are referring to. I've met friends for lunch. Like, hey, I'll meet at this spot. We're all kind of in the general vicinity. We'll go grab lunch. You do the 2+1.
Why don't you just order 3?
I'm just telling you, that's...
I don't understand the logic
because if you eat slowly, like, and try to...
I don't eat slowly. That's the problem.
Pizza. Who eats it slowly?
888-ESPN, 888-729-3776. Lunch pizza, what's the perfect order? You're sitting there. I'm telling you, people are going to agree with me. You haven't given yours, Pat. You're just shaming on the 2+1.
You say you're going to order the entire pizza.
Yeah, just order the whole pizza and then take the leftovers home, and then there's lunch the next day.
Exactly.
It's not as good.
Oh, you're not reheating it.
Oh, I love day-old pizza.
So you're an automatic whole pie guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to do it right.
That's insane to me.
I don't want the slice that's been sitting out for 3 hours. I don't like this.
I want
3 hours.
Exactly. I'm with you, Pat. I want the fresh pie.
yeah, I don't want the window one that's like got flies sitting on it and stuff.
I don't even have the flies. I like it room temperature.
That's crazy.
I love the pizza.
You don't have them heat your pizza?
What are you?
A tiny little warmth.
What?
Nah.
Nuno, what's your order? Did you give your order?
No, if I'm going to do that, like a pepperoni, like a pepperoni sausage type of order.
Yeah, but how many?
Oh, no.
Do you not understand the whole concept?
I was trying to
this is not a toppings one.
I was trying to scream some.
Okay, screen calls. 888-ESPN. 888-729-3776.
Butter me up, baby.
I mean, he's answering a completely different question. He's giving us his toppings.
He's not paying attention to it.
Listen, there's never a wrong time to talk pizza. But this was not a toppings conversation.
But pizza is one of those things, though, if you eat it, it's going to automatically make you sluggish because of what it is. It's dough and cheese and sauce.
You can't go 3 slices. That's my whole point. Especially
you're ordering a pie, Pat.
Yeah, but I'm not eating the whole thing.
How many are you eating?
2.
And he's going to take the rest home.
You're going to take 6 home?
Yeah.
So if you're by yourself, you're meeting no friends, you're just by yourself, and you want to sit down for a few minutes.
Boy, that is lonely, boy.
Oh, it's Pat.
Being by yourself,
ordering a whole
pizza. that is real long.
Pat stays, he goes to the museum.
I'm going to go to the pizza shop to sit by myself to eat a whole pizza.
I feel shame now. Like, hold on, no, I'm not going to let you shame Pat, because in my previous state, when I was beyond husky, I was portly. I've done that a couple of times.
So here's the thing, Nuno. If you want a whole pizza and you're going to be by yourself, why do you need to go to the pizza shop? Why can't you just order it for delivery?
Jason in Houston, listening on Sirius XM 80. What's the right order, Jason?
So, being from Houston, we don't have like the New York pizza shop. But what we do have here, and what I love to do, and I'm with you, the 2+1 is sort of the right play, but I usually go one at a time, because I like different flavors. So what I do, what we have here in Houston a lot of, is the pizza buffet. So you wait till that next fresh pie comes out, and you're the first one to get that first slice, because it's better when it's hot, fresh, and super ooey gooey cheesy. That's the way you do it.
But Jason, let me ask you a question though. Let's say we just brought you here to New York, where you have the New York style pizza places, right? Where you can get it by the slice. How would you do it? You would do like a series of one slice orders?
This is the best of ESPN Radio. Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
Hey, did you miss Clinton and Friends? This is why the World Baseball Classic matters. What you saw from the DR team was exactly what people enjoy about this particular tuna melt. A 3-homer inning, lights going out. Do you see that celebration between Soto and Tatis? I mean, that was electric. Clinton and Friends, weekdays from 10 to noon Eastern on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app. This is Freddie and Harry.
What Philadelphia fans would do, they can talk you-know-what about their team, but they don't want anybody else to talk you-know-what about their team. But when their team is not living up to the billing, they are crushing them left and right.
There's no question about what you just said. New York fans, they're just aggressive, period. Whether the team wins, whether the team loses. Philadelphia fans, they are a different breed. Check out more from Freddie and Harry weekdays at 3 Eastern on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
You have cancer. There's nothing you can do to prepare yourself.
Round 1 of chemotherapy. I'm going to fight it. I'm going to survive. There's no way I'm going to let this take over me.
Cancer doesn't care what you look like, who you are.
It may not save my life. It may save my children's life. It may save someone you love.
We gon' do, y'all. You ready to get this cancer about you? Let's do it.
Live. Fight like hell. And when you get too tired to fight, let somebody else fight for you.
That's what you say to me, say to me.
Because of all the donations, mine is one of the lives that's been saved.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Visit v.org/donate.
At home, at work, in your car. Take ESPN Owensboro anywhere. 102.7 The Game.
It's time for Owensboro Health 3rd Region Basketball Tournament here on 102.7 The Game.
Moss with it. Moss, crossover, step back three. Oh my! Jonathan Moss! My goodness. You're not here, you're missing out.
Let's go to the Sports Center and join the guys for the Green River Area Federal Credit Union pregame show.
5 to shoot. Lane's going to dump it to Bean. Bean to Hancock. Hancock, somebody's got to shoot. Lane, step side. 3 on the way. Got it! Oh, my gosh! Davis County!
Remember, your home for 3rd Region Sports is 102.7 The Game.
It's the Owensboro Health 3rd Region Basketball Tournament. Live stream brought to you by American Legion. Vic Evans up here in the Crow's Nest as we're at the Green River Area Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off, getting ready for Meade, Ohio. I'm going to throw it down to the table and get Dave Clark and the man bringing you the play also, I think, play-by-play tonight, Dan Bartlett. Take it away, guys.
Right, man. Welcome. This is game number 2, and let me tell you, game number 1 did not disappoint. I'm on still a basketball high, David Clark, because, man, it was a game, my friend.
Dan, yeah, absolutely was. What a treat we had here at the Owensboro Sports Center. Capacity crowd on hand for what was one of the best games that, quite frankly, that we've gotten to witness in a while. As Grayson County defeated Davis County 65-62, courtesy of that big-time clutch three-pointer at the buzzer. And, you know, I told guys in the media room and some of the guys after the game, and wow, what a game. I said, it's funny because we've been all blessed to do this for a long time. I know you've done it in Eastern Kentucky, and the teams change, the kids' names change, but the script never changes. How many times? And it never gets old.
No, you can watch it again and again and again because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay, there's no fake script to it. Okay,
no.
Anything can happen, and we're all sitting there on pins and needles because there was not an empty seat here in the Sports Center. It was awesome, and so with 9.8 seconds on the clock, the ball gets in, and everyone is just drawn to the court watching this play. And then it goes in.
It does. And I thought Davis County did a great job of getting the ball, because when Grayson County called that timeout, we're going to put the ball in the hands of our superstar. Jack Loxton, absolutely, that's the guy you want to have the ball. And Davis County said, nope, somebody else is going to beat us other than Jack Loxton. And Martis said, I'll oblige.
They had somebody in mind. They had somebody in mind.
Absolutely. And I know as we're here on the
the Green River Area Federal Credit Union. Yeah,
Federal Credit Union.
Spit that out quick.
Post-game show, or pre-game show, excuse me. And Vic, I know we're looking ahead a little bit right now, but with the completion of the first semifinal game tonight, Grayson County moving on to take the winner of Meade County Apollo here in the nightcap at the Owensboro Sports Center. I believe the third drew the fifth at state. Is that correct, Vic?
Yes, that is correct. The Converna, I think it's Converna, LaRue County, and that. So it is the third versus the fifth. And, you look at it earlier today, too. Madison Central, the number one team in the state, went down in their region. I mean, so that's it's Kentucky High School March Madness. And, I mean, listen. These two teams, everybody talked about that's the championship game. It doesn't. Listen, the way Apollo's playing, the way Meade with what they have with Hayden Schaus and Aiden Medley. Let's don't pencil in Grayson yet to the Sweet 16. One of these two teams is going to have something to say about it.
Vic, I couldn't agree with you more. Do not sleep on this game. I know everybody was hyped about game number one. Everyone was talking about it. But don't write off this game. This game right here is going to be a really well-played game. And then the winner of this game, I think, can compete against Grayson County. So please, do not put the trophy in the Cougars' hands right now.
Yeah, guys, you look at the way Apollo played the other night in their impressive performance against Ohio County. I think we've all felt all along the whole season watching if you look at just from a personnel standpoint of what Apollo has on the roster, right? And you got to think, well, they'll have a really good game. You're like, oh, they're getting there. And then they maybe took a couple steps back, and then they have another good game. And you're like, man, they're awfully close. Guys, I want to ask you how you all feel, but for me, after watching that performance against Ohio County the other night, I'm not saying Apollo has arrived, but they're as close as they've been to their ceiling as they have been all season.
I agree. I think they're on their way to that. They've been climbing that mountain, and they're getting very close to, maybe not peaking, but getting really close to that top. And I know they played Ohio County in the first round. It was a combination of Ohio County could not hit a shot during that game, and Apollo was playing really well together. Yeah. And that's what I think sets them apart.
Hey, guys, we're going to go to the floor. Jalen Darty's got Coach Tinsley with him. Take it away, Jalen.
Can you hear me? All right, Coach. District or regional semifinals, trip to the finals on Tuesday night on the line. You already know Grayson County, if you win tonight, who you're going to play. But got Meade County in front of you now. What do you guys got to do to get the win?
Man, they got a really good team. You got a Division I to Wing and Charles. Bailey's a really good player. They got a lot of good shooters and guys that play their role at a high level. It's going to be a battle. Hopefully, we can find a way to win tonight.
Apollo basketball, they're no stranger to the regional championship game. What would it mean to you as the head coach of this program to get them back to the regional title?
It'll be great. It's just about the process of trying to do what we need to do tonight. So, one possession at a time. We're just worried about what we need to focus on winning this basketball game.
All right, good luck, Coach. Kick it to Dan and Dave over there at the table.
And I tell you what, Dave, if Apollo could get this win tonight, talk about the excitement for this program to head to the championship for Apollo if they can get past Meade County tonight.
Yeah, I think Stephen A. Turner, our residential Apollo Eagle on the team there, and obviously the voice of the Catholic Aces. It's
kind of weird, but it's all right.
So go figure. But I think he told me one time, Dan Bartlett, that Apollo, since they became a school in, I think, 1972, is averaging a trip to the KHSA Sweet 16 every 8 years.
Okay, so when's the last time?
If you look at the clock, the last time the Apollo Eagles went to Rep Arena was 2018.
Okay, so if I'm doing math, I got it here.
That's 8 years. It's 8 years.
Okay, I got it.
So, Vic, it's the history says it's time for Apollo to get back to Rupp.
Yeah, and most people forget that team got to Rupp, came into the regional tournament with a losing record, won the region, and still had a losing record. And listen, Apollo played Grayson. It was 6 points for most of fourth quarter. They just couldn't get it beyond 6. Down at Grayson this year, played them well. So, like I'm just saying, you talk about the sin of Apollo. If you get Tate Pyers being the facilitator he was the other night, that takes this team to a whole different level. And then you got to find a way to kind of shut down Hayden Schaus. He didn't have his best game against Trinity. Got in some odd fouls they were called and got into foul trouble. I think you're going to see a big-time Hayden Schaus tonight, and that's scary if you're an Apollo Eagle fan.
Yeah, now here's the thing. Listen, we got Apollo's side of it, but what about the other side? Is Coach with Jalen Dory's now with Coach Hackett over there? Let's go to Jalen Dory right now.
Coach, your first year in the helm, you've got your guys in the regional semifinals. What do you guys got to get the win against the Eagles and go back to the regional championship game?
We know we got to shoot the ball well. We know Apollo will come out in some sort of triangle or two or some, matchup defense that they got. So we know we'll have to hit shots from the perimeter, and then we know we'll have to do a good job rebounding because they got great size and they play extremely hard. So we'll have to do our best on the glass and make shots.
Your first year at the helm of this program, third region championship game, Meade County basketball, they're no stranger. What would it mean to you as the head coach of this program in your first year to get them back to the regional title game?
Oh, it'd be huge, just from a culture standpoint, just to be able to get the guys, because we got a lot of younger guys on our program right now on the team, and just to have them believe that we can get there would be huge for myself and for the program as a whole. So that's we'd love to get that accomplishment.
Lots of college coaches you coach with. How many in your history, how many of them you reach out to this week to get some advice going into tournament basketball? Did you give Rick Pitino a call?
I didn't give Rick a call. He's too worried about winning a Big East championship. But no, I've talked to a lot of my bosses this week, and obviously they're all playing in postseason right now with their postseason tournaments. So yeah, I mean I was able to experience a lot of great postseason runs, and so all that kind of comes together to try to make the same type of run we can where they're here.
Well, Coach, good luck to the Green Wave. There you go, guys.
Jalen Doherty on the sideline reporting.
Good questions there, my friend. Now, listen, we've talked about Apollo's side of it, but Meade's here for a reason, and they've got some talent, and they're led by Shouse.
How did they get here, Dan?
Exactly. We talked about it.
We'll recap real quick as Meade County got to the semifinals by way of a first-round victory over Whitesville Trinity, 62-48, and you talked about Shouse. I mean,
Shouse and Medley. You talk about a 1-2 combo on there, and listen, Shouse is the real deal inside. Absolutely the real deal, and they're no stranger to this. They got first-year coach on there, but Meade County is known to be here for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team that's pretty much a tradition staple in making it to the Sports Center, making a run. I think about regional teams that aren't afraid to compete on this stage, and obviously Meade County comes right to mind with what Coach Jason Trippier's done in his time as the head coach of the basketball team on the boys' side. Then Coach Hockert comes in. And, obviously, look at what Coach Hockert's done, what his mom's done on the girls' side over the years. I mean, Death Taxes and interviewing Dina Hockert on Saturday morning on the Draw Show. I mean, so, this is a program, I don't know how much longer we're going to have them in the third. There's a lot of talks out there, and they could potentially be going to the fifth. So, the one thing's for sure, Apollo, I know the storyline going in tonight, Apollo playing great, beat Ohio County 61-38 the other night to get to this point. But if you're writing off Meade County, then
first of all, you shouldn't be writing off Meade County. You got Shouse averaging 22.4 points a game, and then behind him is Medley at 16.5. So you got a 1-2 combo right there, and a supporting cast around those guys. It's going to be a good ball game tonight.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it's going to be, I think the average fan may sit back and say, what's the storyline, right? That's kind of what we do as media. We tell the stories. We're storytellers. Apollo coming off a fantastic, probably their best performance of the season against Ohio County. People are talking, hey, can this Apollo team push Grayson County for a regional title? But here's the thing. Every single game's different. They're going to talk about Meade County. Well, they didn't look sharp against Whitesville Trinity. Are they going to be ready for an Apollo team that was lights out? This is its own game, people. That's the point of all that, to say this game tonight is its own game. What happened 2 nights ago has no bearing on what's going to happen tonight. And you cannot get to the title game, Dan, unless you win tonight, and both teams are going to be ready to go.
You're absolutely right. We got a lot to talk about. I'll tell you what, we're going to take a quick break, my friend. When we come back, we'll bring you some more pregame action right here on the Green River Area Federal Credit pregame show.
Great news for our local athletes who play Friday night games. You now have access to walk-in sports medicine care from Owensboro Health on Saturday, as well as weekdays. But you don't have to be an athlete to benefit from convenient orthopedic walk-in care at the Owensboro Health Sports Medicine Walk-in Clinic, open 8 to 11 a.m. Monday through Saturday at the Pleasant Valley Medical Building in Owensboro. Learn more at owensborohealth.org/Owensboro Walk-in.
When serious illness changes everything, you don't have to face it alone. Hospice and Palliative Care of Western Kentucky is here, walking alongside families in Davis, Hancock, Hopkins, and Muhlenberg counties. With expert medical care, emotional support, and compassionate guidance, HPC helps you focus on what matters most: comfort, dignity, and time together. Visit hospiceofwky.org to learn more. Hospice and Palliative Care of Western Kentucky. Support for the journey.
Got a leak? Clogged drain? No hot water?
Call Jay the Plumber. When plumbing problems hit, you need someone local, reliable, and ready to go. Jay the Plumber handles everything from busted pipes and water heaters to remodels and everyday repairs. Done right the first time.
Fast response, honest pricing, quality work you can trust. Don't let plumbing problems ruin your day. Call Jay the Plumber at 270-313-0883.
That's 270-313-0883. Jay the Plumber, your hometown plumbing pro.
Looking for a financial partner you can trust? Look no further than Green River Area Federal Credit Union. Whether you're saving for the future, buying a new home, or need a loan, we've got you covered with competitive rates and personalized service. Join the community that cares about your financial well-being. Visit Green River Area Federal Credit Union at one of our 3 locations in Henderson, Greenville, or Owensboro and experience the difference today. Your money, your future, your credit union. Member NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
Southwire in Hallsville has been family-owned since 1950 and strives to be generationally sustainable for years to come. They are one of the leading manufacturers of wire and cable used in the transmission and distribution of electricity. Southwire delivers power to millions of people around the world. Their mission to be a preferred provider of solutions to the electrical industry by providing innovative products and services with exceptional quality and delivering on our promises. They also are proud supporters of all Hancock County athletics. Go Hornets!
Hawkins Avenue PLLC is a full-service architectural firm providing design services for K-12 education, business, healthcare, industrial, religious, hospitality, and mercantile projects across the state. Our motto is design-focused, service-based, and feel it nothing less than mandatory to provide a service to our clients that exceeds our expectations. With a combined 30-plus years of experience, the team at Hawkins Avenue is the architectural firm you need for your next project. Located in Beaver Dam, give Jeremiah or Kyle a call at 270-363-2235. At the heart of our community is Owensboro Municipal Utilities, or OMU, proudly serving the people who call this place home. Beyond providing reliable electric, water, and internet services, OMU is committed to supporting the community they serve, from investing in local projects and schools to standing behind events and organizations that make Owensboro stronger. OMU believes in giving back. It's more than utilities. It's neighbors supporting neighbors and building a better future together. OMU, powering our community, connecting our future.
It's the Owensboro Health 3rd Region Basketball Tournament, semifinal number 2, Apollo versus Meade. Before I throw it to the guys down at the table here in the Green River Area Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off, guys, I do have to say, today in the hospitality room, the Audubon Federal Credit Union hospitality room, Van Attens and IHOP absolutely rocked it.
Okay, listen, as soon as we came back from break, I'm like, that's exactly what I'm going to bring up, because why? I'm second-guessing my decisions in the hospitality room right now.
Yeah,
pulled pork and pancakes was delicious. That's all I'm saying, but I'm second-guessing my decision.
Dan, Pastor Dan, for you don't know, Dan Bartlett, not only the voice of the Red Devils, voice of the 3rd Region Tournament here, also the youth pastor at Bridgepoint Church, correct?
Yes, sir.
And a heck of a producer.
And producer extraordinaire, Dan, I think you can go ahead and give us the sermon about the flesh winning right now, because I think our fleshly desires in the media room back there. You're talking about pancakes, you're talking about sausage, bacon, syrup, potatoes, Van Attens pulled pork and barbecue sausage, the sweet and spicy and the hot. I lost it.
It was a lot. It was a lot in that room to take in, and it was a modest portion I took, but still, syrup and barbecue sauce, not the best.
Listen, it doesn't get any better than having barbecue and a breakfast bar. I mean, I had a little bit of pulled pork with bacon. I got plenty of scrambled eggs. It was unbelievable. A big thank you to Van Attens and to IHOP for coming on board. And all of it, and then Pepsi with the drinks, and all of it. I mean, listen, that's the favorite room of everybody down there's a hospitality room, and you look through it all. You know, you had Oscars, then you had I'm trying to think who was on Tuesday. Moonlight was Wednesday. Cross Point Church, who killed it with the hamburgers and the hot dogs.
So good.
Feta, and then chicken salad chick. I mean, it has been absolutely tremendous in the hospitality room.
Well, I will say for everybody that loves to support our law enforcement and everybody, first responders, they are well fed here at the Sports Center tonight.
They are. And they know where that room is. That's all I'm saying.
That's right. That's right. KSP. So I think they tapped out. Actually,
they did.
I told one of them, I said, "Hey, you ready to go back in?" He said, he just looked at me, shook his head.
I'm done.
Here's the best thing, guys. When I'll put this out over the tournament, after they went in there, I think they came out here and played a little pickup game on this end.
They did.
And we got it
wrong. That's all I'm saying.
All I know is I think somebody may have had the camera up here and they had taped a little bit of it that we'll put out later after the tournament's over with. Just a little sneaky feeling.
Did you get a little Logan O'Brien jumper there?
There wasn't many good jumpers. I know that.
A lot of bricks.
Oh,
it's
man.
all right. It's all right. Let's get back to this tip-off now. Come on, we got a game to talk about.
That's right. And Dan, what a game! You know, what a game! And we're 9:50 to go here before the start of the nightcap between Apollo and Meade County. Apollo, the 9th district runners-up, and Meade County, the 11th district. I always do that. Yep. The 11th district runners-up there. So, guys, this is just an unbelievable opportunity, I think, for both programs to make it to Tuesday night's championship game. You know, I know. You know, when everybody saw the bracket, Dan, initially, and you saw Davis and Grayson was on the same side, there was kind of a collective just sigh, I think, from the basketball community. It said, man, they got the two best teams on the same side. But on the other side of that collective sigh was a collective, gasp of hope, like, hey, that opens up a spot in that regional championship game, and now you got two teams knocking on the door.
You do. And it wasn't a walk in the park. You can't say, listen, okay, those two teams are on the other side. I got the easy side of it, right? Because the way these teams are playing, especially these two teams right here, it's not a walk in the park, and they have to play their A game tonight in order to make it to take on Grayson County. And we've seen it from both these teams.
One of the big matchups, and you're going to be on the play-by-play tonight, Stephen A. Turner on the color. I'll be working the bottom camera, but you know, for one of the things I'm going to be looking forward tonight is that Schaus-Henning matchup. I mean, you're talking about two guys, you know, Schaus, now the Division I potential he's got, and I think, you know, he's got several offers. I don't know if he's committed. I haven't done the homework.
He's going to prep school.
He's going to prep school. And I knew he had opportunities too. But then, you know, Landon Henning talking about when him and Schaus worked the D1 camp circuit combines for the basketball recruiting in the summer. What we got to see in game one was a bona fide division matchup of teams with Division I prospects. We're still getting that in game two, and I think people aren't really understanding that there's two high-level prospects on the floor tonight, Dan.
There is. I mean, you got 6'10" against 6'6" out there, both outstanding players. They both bring a unique skill set out there. They both are magicians down there in the paint, so it's going to be exciting to see how they match up with each other out there. On the other side of it, you look at Medley out there and Tate Powers running the point up there. Who's going to run it better? Who's going to facilitate better? And then who's going to step up to be the supporting cast? Yeah. And I look for a guy for Apollo by the name of Cruz. I think you're going to see Cruz come out and be an all-star tonight, and you can see a lot of hit out of him from Apollo.
Yeah, I've been so bullish all year on Carlos Cruz, man. I just think when, you know, and I was always a big proponent of saying, hey, run the offense through Cruz and then let him open up everything else that comes along with it. But what Apollo did the other night against Ohio County was say, hey, you know, we don't have to necessarily run it through Cruz, but when we have Tate Powers knowing his role and Cruz knowing his role and, you know, Green and Eli Williams off the bench and Landon Henning, I mean, it's just, you know, like the defensive ability, what Trey Haskins does defensively, guys.
Yes.
The job Trey Haskins did on Durham the other night from Ohio County was just spectacular. And I know we're going to get ready for the national anthem, I believe.
Yep, I think that's going to pretty much wrap it up there. Game number 2 is on your way in just a few minutes here. That's going to wrap up our Green River Area Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off. We're going to throw it back up to you, and we'll get ready for the national anthem, my friend.
There's the wrong realtor. And then there's the right realtor. Stephanie Wright, Greater Owensboro Realty Company. Expect extraordinary. Call or text 270-499-0099.
You know that weird squeaky sound your floor makes? Yeah, it's begging for a makeover. At Floor Concepts in Owensboro, they've got you covered, literally. Hardwood, carpet, vinyl, tile, if it goes on the floor, they've got it. Locally owned, super friendly, and pros at what they do.